takes. Joni Bonnet, I think her name is. Wow, she had a vision. Said it was like a year ago, and she needed to reveal it now. Judgment's coming. She said that it's the pressing time. It's time for us to be alone with God and make sure we really know Him, so when He comes, we'll know the Good Shepherd's voice. Amazing how much she echoes what I've been saying on these chats. I'm like, hey, you guys in the church, are you ready for that to come out of her? Because if you want to be in the movie, you might be really comfy, but it's probably not going to be good inside the church when most of the teachers are false teachers and pray to a whitewashed tomb. Jesus, I never knew not a coming king, so that Michael Myers movie, well, be funner to watch this one for sure. You know, you might want to act, but well, could get pretty bloody, this one, in those 7 dead seas. And well, so she was saying that it's time for us to spend time alone. Sometimes even our family won't want to be with us right now because God is working in each one of us differently to get ready for the coming kingdom. And so, I don't know how much she word kingdom. I think she said it a few times. She didn't talk about the king too much, but I think she's on the same page because her vision was pretty right on with mine as far as all the things I've been seeing. And so it's really nice to hear. And she was saying that one of the key things is to be careful who you listen to. Trust no man, kind of like I've been saying right now. And you need to check your Bibles and make sure you're on the right page for that coming judgment, where the well, I don't know how much you got into the rotten trees, but she did have some really good stuff about how He's going to set everything right and make it all good. So it's time to not be divided in your heart. She didn't talk about Baal and worship of Mammon, but maybe she's coming to that part. But that would be key right now, and that's what I tell everybody, you know, just to loosen up that grip on that cash and maybe open up that house. Hey guys, you just want to camp out in here or whatever. Let's just love each other. And that's what she was talking about, is by your fruit you will know them. So it's not that hard to see these false teachers right now because they have a really hard time with 2 things: loving God right and loving their neighbor right. And He said that's one of the things God's really upset about, is all the hypocrisy in those who say they're saved, but they're acting like a bunch of little spoiled brats. So wow, it was really interesting to see. I haven't seen her before. But yeah, it's there's a few people getting the same kind of vision, so it's a good time to go down to the river or to the beach, spend some time, maybe take a dip. Make sure you know the Lord, the Father, like He told us to pray, and get ready for the King to come. And start loving others instead of yourself too much. It's the other thing she said, that God's kind of upset with this, like, Christian self-esteem movement, that's not poor in spirit kind of stuff. And I was like, wow, she's hitting all the right notes. So it looks like we're playing the same orchestra with the King. So if you want to watch it, it just came up on YouTube. I think she just put it up like an hour ago. So pretty neat when we're seeing all the things come together, like T.D. Jakes going to becoming a kingdom church. Steve Furtick's kind of playing shuffleboard a little bit, you know. But see, that's the thing. You can kind of see the fear-mongering. It's really hard for some of these leaders, false teachers, to shed that thing. It's not really loving your neighbor right. Keep telling them they're going to go to hell, and hell's going to be here, buddy. And we all get to watch. And if you're a false teacher, well, you might be one of those main shows for, I don't know how long it'll last, but there will be fire from heaven, I'm quite sure. But when all of these fearmongers keep talking about, like Paul Brainwasher now, saying, oh yeah, we really got to tell people they're going to go to hell. Well, it's kind of weird when hell's for demons. Only hell's going to happen here. And it's clearly going to be those false teachers along with, well, those dark, evil, murderer, unrepentant, rotten tree types. But I think the rest of the world, well, mercy and grace probably abundantly like that. Learn what this means. I desire mercy, obedience, not sacrifice. So, Paul Washer and you guys keep preaching that sacrifice and fear-mongering. Well, it's pretty ugly judgment from that king in 1 Corinthians 3. It says, pass through fire and suffer loss. And, ooh, that could be Pillar City right there. All these teachers fear-mongering might be shown that mirror of fear when hell's only there for demons. But unrepentant, rotten, false teacher trees that have been hirelings all their life since seminary and make Judas look like a saint. Maybe we should talk to the Pope. Have people bow down to Judas. Wouldn't be as bad as some of these teachers people trust.